For Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Chicago Wendler.
Summertime heat and humidity continuing, and we're searching for some relief. Some areas have already seen that relief with scattered showers and isolated storms that have been pushing throughout the day. Basically, the pattern that we had in place, hot, dry, has shifted. I'm going to talk more about a tropical wave down in the Gulf of Mexico, and as well, what's ahead in the next 7 days. But for the rest of your Sunday, 89 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, heat index up to 94. Camp Mabry's already had about 12/100ths of an inch of rain. Some of the heaviest pockets have seen over an inch of rain into Fayette County already. Rest of today, high temperature 93, scattered showers, isolated storms, winds out of the southeast about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that heat index is going to be pretty close to 100. But given that yesterday's high was 98, we will call this a cooler day. Here's a look at our Austin FC camera, and the game kicking off at 7 p.m. Temperature right around 86. Could see some showers and thunderstorms. Now, depending on the timing of those, temperatures might be a bit cooler at the start of the game, but it will be very muggy and humid. By halftime and beyond, once we get to sunset, it really looks like those rain chances are going to dry up pretty quickly for today until they regenerate for tomorrow. So temps dropping into the low 80s, and the later in the evening, the more likely it will be dry. So here's what to expect. A tropical wave in the Gulf, which is not expected to develop into a depression or tropical storm or anything like that, but is going to supply plentiful tropical moisture to us, bringing scattered showers and thunderstorms, below average temperatures. And then we go toward next weekend. I know these cold fronts are rare, few and far between, but there may be one that tries to make a run at us for July 4th weekend, potentially meaning a rainy holiday. We've got a week to go before we get to that, though. Let's check in on temperatures. 90 in Mason, 79 in LaGrange with rain-cooled air. So bottom line, if you get rain, it's going to cool your temperatures down significantly. If you don't get rain, at least the clouds are shaving some off temperatures versus this time yesterday. Just to put the scene out there, there's a stalled front off toward the north and west. That's where the bigger storm chances will reside. For us, watching that little black line down in the Gulf of Mexico, it's muggy. Temperature dew points in the 70s, which is very uncomfortable. So that black line that you can see in the Gulf of Mexico is a tropical wave. It is spinning its way toward the coastline. It's going to make its way onshore in the next 24 to 36 hours in deep South Texas. What does that mean for us? Unlike other systems, like remember Claudette, a tropical storm that made landfall in Louisiana, we were on the hot, dry side of that one. In this case, that tropical wave is going to be pushing onshore to our south, which puts us in a favored area to see the onshore moisture bring us better rain chances. That said, some areas won't see much rain while others could see a lot. This is a good example with these scattered showers and isolated storms. I circled in northwest Austin where 1/4 of an inch of rain fell, but many locations on the outskirts picking up 0 or just 1/100th of an inch of rain. So not everyone gets much. In this scenario, I think the heaviest rain will be Austin points south and east, with lesser expected toward the hill country. Meantime, let's go through the rest of your forecast and what to expect as we work our way through the next 24 to 36 hours. I'm anticipating more scattered showers, isolated storms that will probably start to fizzle once we get to around 7, 8 o'clock. So here's our high resolution computer model showing at 4 o'clock some pockets of heavier downpours possible here and there. As we head towards 6:30, the last of the heavier pockets of showers around start to dissipate. By 10 o'clock, we are mainly dry. We should stay dry through the overnight with partly cloudy skies, then heading toward Monday, starting out on a dry note. And then we'll see during the heat of the afternoon, more scattered showers and isolated storms pop up courtesy of that tropical disturbance now, which will be off toward our south and west on Monday. And then Tuesday, we do it all over again with the disturbance due west of our area. So how much rain? This particular computer model is pretty overzealous. A lot of them are not bringing this much rain, but don't discount the possibility of a quick 1 to 2 to 3 inches of rain in some spots, while other areas may get little to nothing. Take a look at the hill country, for instance. So don't count on it, but we could see some much needed rain. More rain we get, the cooler the temperatures, the extra cloud cover. So how about unseasonably cool weather for most of the week? Average high is 95, forecasting a high of only 88 degrees for your Monday with a 60% chance of showers and storms, heaviest in the afternoon. Hour by hour forecast through the rest of this evening. After we get past about 7 o'clock, we stay dry. Temperatures when you wake up in the morning in the 70s, so it will be rather muggy. As we head toward lunchtime, only in the low to mid 80s, not too bad, a couple spotty showers popping up, and then more scattered showers and storms developing by late afternoon into early evening with high temperatures only in the 80s. It'll feel like 90s though because of the humidity. Next 5 days, temperatures even cooler on Tuesday, high of 87. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, back into the 90s. Friday could be a day where we were close to average before we look ahead to the holiday weekend when rain chances go up and temperatures should go down again. So plan on daily rain chances, and at times it could be heavy. Now earlier I showed you a computer model that's blossoming some locations with 1 to 2 to even 3 inches of rain. That's a little bit of an outlier at this point. In contrast, this from the Weather Prediction Center is a little bit on the low end of things with about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch expected in the next 7 days for Austin. I'm going to kind of split the difference. I think we could see around an inch of rain for the Austin area, more to the south and east, less to the north and west. We'll see how that plays out. But at the very least, it does not appear that we're going to be in for severe thunderstorms. So anything that develops should be on the lower end of things. Okay, so I've circled the tropical wave in the Gulf, also a 50% development chance of a system that is off the South Carolina, Georgia coastline, a 30% development chance of a system in the middle of the Atlantic heading toward the Windward Islands, and Hurricane Enrique is just south of Mexico and could be making its way toward the Baja Peninsula in the next several days. So the area of low pressure, it's not defined enough to become a depression or tropical storm, but it is going to continue to bring that tropical moisture in from the Gulf and right into central Texas. So we are in the sweet spot for getting in on some of that rain. As for the systems in the Atlantic, whichever one, if either, ends up becoming a named storm, and that's no certainty for sure, the next named storm on the list is Danny. We will keep you updated. Let's look ahead to the upcoming weekend. So rain chances start to die down Wednesday, Thursday, and then as we head toward Friday, a cold front to our north may try to squeeze in some showers again. So here's a look at late Thursday, only a 20% rain chance, mainly south and east, a fairly dry and hot day. Friday through the day, we should stay pretty dry, but notice there's rain just to our north by late afternoon, a possible cold front. Computer models are all over the place with this. Some keep it all the way up near the Red River, Oklahoma-Texas state line. Others bring it really close to our area, and this particular computer model is one of those that does so. So look for Saturday and July 4th Sunday to potentially be days where that front is very close to, near, or somewhat close enough to bring us those rain chances, and in response, cooler temperatures and better chances of storms. That may not be exactly what you're hoping for the holiday weekend. We have plenty of time to hash this one out. So, possible rainfall totals. This particular computer model giving us about 2.5 inches over the next 7 days, but this is weighted heavily on July 4th weekend as opposed to what we see the next couple of days. So, just plan on potential heavy rain, but probably not enough to cause flooding because it will be spread out over enough time. Temp outlook July 5th through 11th keeps this trend going of cooler than average temperatures and wetter than average conditions. Now, worth noting, now that we're getting into where mid 90s are the average, even if we're in the low 90s, that could be enough to keep temperatures cool enough that we can say, hey, below average. Here's your 7-day forecast, and we do have below average conditions expected pretty much every day, the exception being Friday, when I'm forecasting a high of 95 degrees. I am in later on this evening on CBS Austin News. I hope to see you then. In the meantime, you can always download our CBS Austin weather app, so you will be in the know as those storms move through central Texas. Take care, stay cool, and I guess make sure you have the rain gear handy just in case some of those showers pop up.